Good morning, Chantilly. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026.
And in today's show, it's
Earth Day
a spotlight on Library Appreciation Week,
and News with Nicole.
and you're watching the Nightly News.
I'm James Marath,
And I'm Samson Gupta.
and here are your morning announcements. Today, varsity boys and girls outdoor track has a meet at Westfield starting at 4:45 p.m. Varsity softball plays at home against Broad Run at 6:30 p.m. Varsity boys and girls soccer plays a doubleheader at home against Fairfax. Girls at 6 p.m., boys at 7:45 p.m.
Moving on to Thursday, varsity boys and girls tennis plays against James Madison starting at 4 p.m. Boys away, girls at home. Also on Thursday, Chantilly's drama's performance of Shakespeare's As You Like It starts from 7 p.m. So be sure to attend. The Writing Center is open today, so make sure you sign up on Flex. Are you fascinated by Persian-speaking countries' many cultures, arts, and traditions? Join Persian Student Association for interest meeting this Thursday /23 after school in Mr. Hughes' room 245, to learn how the many cultures are celebrated in Persian-speaking countries at Chantilly. Follow us on Instagram at TillyPSA for updates.
Hey, do you know what day it is today?
Of course, it's Wednesday.
And
And what?
it's also Earth Day. Over to Shruta and Nora with more.
Every year on April 22nd, Earth Day is celebrated all over the world to show support for our environment and to help spread awareness.
Effects of taking care of the earth. Obviously, you get to live longer, you get to enjoy the place longer. I mean, we live in an area that's very city. If you just drive 30 minutes out toward the tip of Virginia, you'll start to see an area that's a lot less populated, with a lot more trees, a lot more flowers. I'll be honest with you, you feel like you can breathe easier. So I think looking at putting more green back is going to be what's going to help us and how to take care of it longer. So not doing it and not taking care of our earth, it's just going to cause everything to get hotter, everything to go faster, and then it's going to cause the decline of our planet.
Benefit from this by making sure that our environment is healthier, cleaner, and more sustainable, along with ensuring creating better populations and sustainable resources.
Gardening Club is a good starting place for taking care of the earth. We do work with the pollinator garden once in a while, and we'll also do some studies of plants as well as how to do our own garden. So if you are interested in maybe reducing your food packaging consumption, we can always work on growing your own food at home or things like that.
It's just your ecological footprint in total. Are you recycling? Do you not always eat meat? Are you making sure to only use a small amount of water to brush your teeth? You know, do you turn the lights off when you leave a room? Things like that can all help conserve energy and conserve the resources we have for a longer life.
Eco Club is hosting a meeting about Earth Day today after school from 3:10 to 4:30 to work on gardening projects and to celebrate the special day. If you have any more questions, you can go to Miss Yadav in room 128 and Miss Garrett Smith in room 714. This has been Nora Lee and Shruta Nair for the Nightly News. Now back to you.
Wow, that meeting sounds like great fun. I'm gonna stop by.
Please stop by the library too. It's a special week for them.
What's going on with the library?
Bob can help you with that.
Celebrated from April 19th to the 25th, National Library Appreciation Week aims to shed more light on the importance and necessity of libraries throughout the country. This year's theme is Find Your Joy.
Library Appreciation Week is important because it's a chance for us to thank the folks that are behind the desks that do the thankless tasks of what it takes to run a library.
I think Library Appreciation Week Appreciation Week is important because, you know, librarians work very hard to try and recommend books for you to help you guys with research. I mean, literally their favorite thing to do is to help a student find something.
Libraries serve the entire community. They are a space that welcomes everyone. So whether it's a school library or a public library, you know, we're here to serve, you know, the people in that area. So in this case, everyone in the school is welcome in the library, and we're here to help them with whatever they need.
Libraries are one of the last places in this country where the public can come together and freely discuss issues and talk with each other over all sorts of different ideas. It's an amazing place for people to congregate and to discuss.
Libraries provide resources for free to communities and to people. So here at the school, we have books, we have access to online resources and materials. So we're here to help students with everything related to their school and their personal learning and personal goals as well. It's important to appreciate libraries because it's easy for libraries to lose funding or not have access to resources that they need to provide for their communities. So just coming to the library and using the library is a great way to show your appreciation. So you can check out books, come ask for help, come hang out here. The people that use the library are what keep the library vibrant.
Today is National Library Outreach Day, so make sure to spread the message and encourage people to visit their local library. This has been Anubhav Sir reporting for the Nightly News. Now back to you.
I'll be sure to stop by and borrow a book.
That was all news to me. I wonder if there's any other updates.
Let's ask Nicole.
Thanks, anchors. I'm Nicole Zhang, covering the stories happening here in the U.S. and around the world. Here in Virginia, Governor Abigail Spanberger is facing debate over new immigration policies that are drawing strong reactions from lawmakers on both sides. Earlier this year, she ended a program that allowed state police to work directly under federal immigration authorities, saying Virginia will still cooperate with ICE, but only in specific cases like when there's a judicial warrant or legal requirement. She has also proposed changes to a bill that would limit where ICE can make arrests, including sensitive locations like schools, hospitals, and courthouses. Supporters say this builds trust in immigrant communities and encourages people to report crime without fear, while critics argue it could limit enforcement and create legal conflicts between state and federal authority. Lawmakers are expected to return to Richmond next week to decide whether to accept or reject the governor's proposed changes. Zooming out now, the Federal Reserve is back in the spotlight with new banking rules that are getting a mixed reaction from big U.S. banks and a lot of reading between the lines. The Fed has proposed easing some capital requirements, which basically determines how much cash banks have to keep on hand. That's generally a win for the industry after a much stricter plan in 2023, but not every bank is celebrating. JP Morgan, for example, says its required capital could actually go up under the new rules and has called parts of the plan flawed. The Federal Reserve officials have said they have already taken industry concerns into account and don't expect another major lobbying campaign this time around, now that banks are in a 90-day comment period. Meanwhile, overseas, tensions are escalating in a far more immediate and high-stakes situation. A fragile ceasefire between the United States and Iran is now at risk after a major incident in the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important shipping routes. The U.S. forces seized an Iranian-flagged cargo ship on Sunday, saying it attempted to bypass a newly enforced naval blockade. Officials say a U.S. Navy destroyer issued repeated warnings before disabling the vessel and boarding it. Iran has called the seizure an act of aggression in violation of the ceasefire, which is set to expire later this week, and has warned it will respond, raising concerns of further escalation. At the same time, diplomatic talks between the U.S. and Iran are now uncertain despite earlier plans for negotiations in Pakistan, with Iranian state media suggesting those discussions may not move forward. The Strait of Hormuz remains a critical global shipping route, handling about 1/5 of the world's oil supply, and with ships now stuck on both sides, oil prices have begun to rise again. As the ceasefire deadline approaches, officials are watching closely to see whether the situation moves towards diplomacy or further escalation. That's your Wednesday news update. I'm Nicole Zhang. Stay tuned for more as these stories develop. Now back to you, anchors.
Thanks for keeping us up to date, Nicole. Well, this has been James Marath
And Samson Gupta for the Nightly News. Remember, stay positive, stay safe, and have a great day.
and we'll see you on Friday.